I'm just going to quickly whiz through the principles of it. Most of you know that, what they are, but for those of you who don't, this is not a program, it's an approach that supplements existing practice. You can use other programs, as we've heard, people use different things. It's a way of thinking for the teacher rather than a program that you follow, although you can use it as a program if you need to. The second thing is that it teaches from words to sounds to print. So we start with children's vocabulary, which means every child who walks in the door has got a starting place. We're not thinking of what words will they know, we're asking them for the words and then we know what words they know. So the fact that it goes from words to sounds to print and that oral language is the basis for this. So that's a huge platform for writing and for reading comprehension as well. And we've had people say, gosh, by doing this, I didn't realise my children knew half the vocabulary that they have. But by giving them a trigger of a sound, they've given me words and you think, how do you know that word? And then you've asked the child about that word and they give you this amazing background to that vocabulary, to where they got that word from, and you think, I would never have known that about my children if I hadn't got the words from them rather than putting the words in. The next thing is it teaches how the alphabetic code really works. It teaches the diversity, that one sound can be written differently and that one spelling pattern or letter can be pronounced differently right from the beginning. Although we think that's too hard, it's not. Everyone's found that it's not. Kids get that, and therefore you don't then have to reteach, oh, by the way, what I taught you last year, it doesn't really work like that, it's actually like this. So that's a core principle. And we've used learning to write, record sounds as a platform to learning to read them. Because when you learn to write, you are writing with the words that are already in your head. When you're trying to read, you don't know what that word says, so you're working with the unknown. So learning to write sounds has triggered a large increase in children's ability to decode. We're also using assessment data to track progress. Now that's not just for the project. There is assessment data associated with the this approach with the books, and the assessment data tells you where the gaps are. So it's do some explicit teaching, do some assessments, find the gaps, go back and fill them. Don't hope that they might get filled by exposure. Go back and fill them explicitly.